as you put it.
เปิดทางนี้ทางลอนดอนปิดอีกแล้วเด้อบัดทีนี้เอากันไงล่ะเพื่อนจ๋าฟังเอาอังกฤษ
Sorry, I just want to. I'm asking what you think. Not the problem with the government position, but do you think that tier 0, as you just described it, would be the wrong thing to do over Christmas?
Well, my view is tinted by the fact the government's announced 5 days worth of relaxation.
ดีนะบ่มีธุรกิจใหญ่คือหมู่บ้านเขา
are looking forward to finally seeing their loved ones, so they're suffering mental ill health and loneliness for not doing so. The key thing is, unless it's the Londoners it's not mandatory to have these 5 days of relaxation. If you are seeing someone, please keep your windows open, make sure there's ventilation. Please avoid, if you can, hugging and kissing loved ones because you could inadvertently be passing the virus, and particularly if you have children in your household who've been in schools where the virus has been spreading, may not show any symptoms.
If you're concerned about reducing the spread of the virus, and scientists are warning very strongly on the figures as they currently are in London, and talking about the need for tier 3, how is that compatible with saying to people just be sensible over Christmas because there's already been the expectation in the home?
Because we've got to be honest about compliance issues and issues around fatigue. If it's been announced, and it has, if there's a case that people are looking forward to this, what nobody wants is police officers going door to door to check whether in London whether the rules could be different or being followed. What we need to happen is for the government to provide leadership, and we need to make sure that we are explaining to people a potential consequence of the rules being relaxed. All the experts I've spoken to are predicting an increase in the virus spreading and a potential surge as a consequence of the relaxation. We've got to be honest about that and make sure we understand the consequences of the relaxation over Christmas. We can't pretend it's not going to happen because the experts are advising it could do. And what I'm well aware of is that January is traditionally the busiest month for the NHS. What I don't want is the normal winter issues, the respiratory issues, plus a surge in the virus caused by relaxation over Christmas.
Isn't it going to be inevitable though, because there is going to be relaxation over Christmas?
Well, I can't but repeat what the experts advice is it's inevitable, and with rules being relaxed, and with different household members mixing, some potentially not following the rules, and some potentially being in each other's companies for many, many hours during those 4 days.
สำหรับคลิปนี้ขอจบเพียงแค่นี้เด้อเพื่อนๆจ๋า
And in London, where we've already seen a big increase in the virus between
ขอบคุณเพื่อนๆที่เข้ามาชม
children, I'm particularly worried. That's why
ขอบคุณหลายๆจ้ะ
that the guidance that should be given our schools this week is if we can't provide the including testing that you need.
เจอกันคลิปหน้าเด้อเพื่อนๆ สวัสดีจ้า
But also make sure in January it's in place so if children return to school with the virus
มีข้าวกับปลา1กระพงปลากระพง1บักนาว
that happened is one of the reasons I'm urging the government to roll out future testing from today.
And on tier 3, when I asked you about that, you spoke primarily of your concerns for the economy, but do you believe that we should go into tier 3 today
เมนูปลาหลาย
to
ๆ
prepare
จะได้บ่อ้วน
for that relaxation that is going to happen at Christmas?
I think the move to tier 3 by itself will not address the big issue for the increase in the virus. The big increase in the virus is caused by children aged between 10 and 19 catching the virus and passing
ว่าหมูว่าไก่เนี่ยคือเรือบานแบะเลย
Unfortunately, of numbers, a 75% increase. I don't see many children in pubs, bars and restaurants. But if it is the case that the government moves us into tier 3, they must provide additional support
ถึงบ่หมดก็มานั่งกินเล่นคือเก่าแล้วเพิ่นปันเป็นป่านั่งกินเล่นจนหมดเลย
Stay safe.
Thank you. Now,
หมูเป็นไก่เนี่ยสิบ่ได้กินเล่นอยู่จังซั่นล่ะ
Hello there. If you're looking for a cold, crisp weather story this week, I think again, it does look likely to stay pretty unsettled for the remainder of today. It's a case of sunshine and blustery showers. Now, if you get caught in some of these showers, they really can be quite intense, rumbles of thunder mixed in there. It's a southwesterly wind, and that's blowing those showers along west-facing coast, but some of them will push a little further inland as we go through the afternoon. Now, the strongest of the winds with the sharpest of the showers out to the west, but at least it's coming from the southwesterly direction, so it's a mild source, so temperatures through the afternoon afternoon should be slightly above where they should be for this time of year, 9 to 13
Read
degrees,
the
the
video.
overall high. Low pressure stays anchored to the far northwest. The isobars open up just a touch as we move out of Monday into Tuesday, which means slightly lighter winds and hopefully fewer showers around on Tuesday. Still the risk of a few isolated showers, but more wet weather set to return on Wednesday and windy with it.
Watching BBC News with Joanna Gosling. Our headlines. Coronavirus vaccinations begin today in some GP surgeries in England and in care homes in Scotland. A political row over closing schools in London amid surging levels of COVID-19 in the capital. The EU's chief Brexit negotiator says a post-Brexit trade deal is still possible, but key differences remain. It comes as both sides agree to continue talks in an attempt to break the deadlock.
Donc nous allons donner toutes les chances. We will give it every chance. It is our responsibility. A deal is still possible. A good balance deal.
Still to come, tributes are paid to the former Liverpool manager Gerard Houllier, who has died at the age of 73. London's mayor has urged the government to ask all secondary schools and colleges in the capital to shut early ahead of Christmas. It comes as schools in the London borough of Greenwich have been asked to close from this evening because of a rise in COVID-19 cases in the capital. The council's Labour leader wrote to all head teachers and parents in the area, suggesting teaching moves online. The National Education Union said the decision was very sensible. We can go now to our news correspondent, Andy Moore, who's in the Royal Borough of Greenwich in London for us. Andy, I just spoke to Sadiq Khan and he said that actually a free-for-all with schools in different boroughs making their own choices is not